Travis is flying all over the place. He wants to be with the lady of love of his life. He's going to have to make a decision how important is football to him.
This can't be the last taste. This can't be the last taste in your mouth. You can't go out like this.
What can he do that's going to change the perception of what you think of Travis Kelce? I can see him going to Hollywood. He has that look. He has that swag. Me personally, I think he's the GOAT tight end.
Okay, so Travis is officially at a crossroads, and let's be real, Taylor is absolutely part of the equation. After the Chiefs' devastating Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, Kelce isn't just brushing off the season and diving straight into training mode. Instead, he's openly admitting that he's kicking everything down the road when it comes to making a decision about his football future. Retirement rumors have been swirling, and with his entertainment career taking off, hello, are you smarter than a fifth grader and Grotesquerie? There's a very real chance that we could see him step away from the game for good. But here's where things get interesting. How much of this is about football and how much of it is about Taylor? According to Chiefs insider Nate Taylor, head coach Andy Reid is already thinking about shifting Kelce into more of a mentor role. Instead of carrying the team like he has for years, he'd help develop the next generation of tight ends while playing a more strategic, less physically demanding role. And honestly, it makes sense. Kelce himself admitted on his New Heights podcast that consistently making it to AFC championships and Super Bowls means playing an extra 3 games more than everybody else. That's a lot of wear and tear on his body, and at 34, even Kelce has to acknowledge that he's not invincible. This decision is not just about his body or his legacy, but here's the kicker, it's about more than that. It is also about what his future holds for him outside the realm of football. It is already common knowledge that his family is completely behind his relationship with Taylor. According to reports, Donna and Ed Kelce have never witnessed him in such a joyful state before, and they are quite fond of Taylor. There have even been rumors that these individuals would be thrilled to have her become a permanent part of the family. However, it is important to keep in mind that dating Taylor is not exactly a casual kind of relationship. There have already been rumors that Taylor is engaged, and due to the fact that she is presently in the middle of the most extensive tour of her career, it has been difficult for Kelce to manage their relationship while also fulfilling his commitments as a football player. Due to the fact that training camps, film sessions, and late-night team meetings all take up a significant amount of time, it's not exactly possible to jet off to Singapore for the Eras Tour. And then there's the pressure. If Kelce returns to the NFL, he has to be all in. But if he walks away, is he ready for what that means? His brand is bigger than ever, with TV appearances and endorsements coming left and right. He has the charisma to make it in Hollywood, but would he really be happy leaving the game that made him who he is? So what's next for Travis? Does he choose football, Hollywood, or full-time Swiftie boyfriend status? Whatever he decides, one thing's for sure, this chapter of his life is about to get very interesting. With all that, Travis's future is already a hot topic, but now Chad Johnson has thrown a whole new angle into the mix: money. According to Johnson, if Kelce needs to take a pay cut to help the Chiefs stay competitive, it wouldn't be a big deal. Why? Because his off-the-field ventures are thriving. With hosting gigs and acting roles stacking up, he's pulling in serious cash without relying solely on football. But Johnson didn't stop there. He also pointed out the obvious. Kelce is dating Taylor, a literal billionaire. And while Shannon Sharpe was quick to clarify that Kelce and Swift aren't married, Johnson wasn't backing down. Trust me, he's good, he insisted, implying that financial security is not something Kelce needs to stress about.
If Kelce chooses to retire, the Chiefs wants to know of his decision around March 14th. Chiefs are going to give Kelce a month to decide his future. Is this deadline normal?
They want to know what he's going to do rather sooner than later. Oh, they would have given someone, especially like Kelce, based on what he's done over an extended period of time, they would have given him a little bit more grace.
That said, the Chiefs aren't waiting around. They've given Kelce a March 14th deadline to decide if he's coming back or stepping away. And after another strong season, they'd love to keep him around. The question is, does Kelce still have the drive to keep pushing his body through another grueling year? Or is he ready to step into a new era, one that involves more Hollywood, more business ventures, and possibly more time with a certain global superstar? With just weeks to go until his deadline, all eyes are on Kelce. What's next? Only he knows. Moreover, his future with the Kansas City Chiefs is anything but certain, and now the team is making their stance clear. After a disappointing Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, the Chiefs want Kelce back, but only if he's willing to take on a smaller role. At 36, With a noticeable dip in production last season, it seems Kansas City is preparing to shift away from Kelce as their top offensive weapon. The real question is, does Kelce want to continue playing under these conditions? The Chiefs have given him time to decide, as his $11.5 million non-guaranteed roster bonus is due on that date. But even before Kansas City set a deadline, Kelce was already grappling with the idea of retirement. On the New Heights podcast, he admitted he's kicking every can down the road when it comes to making a final call. Now, a factor in Chad's recent comments about Kelce's financial situation is that he's good money-wise. But money isn't the only thing on Kelce's mind. He's played more postseason football than anyone in recent years, pushing his body to the limit. While his skills remain valuable, the wear and tear are catching up. He knows if he returns, it has to be a fully committed decision, one that aligns with his health, motivation, and future ambitions.
Chiefs may be forced to release Travis Kelce this offseason due to an almost $20 million cap hit that Kelce at times struggled this year to get open and to create separation. This would be the highest cap hit for a tight end in the entire league. Is this the end of Travis Kelce, who I believe is the GOAT tight end, and his relationship with the Chiefs?
Travis Kelce's a team player. He's a team player, and he's making so much money off the field, he's not going to have a problem taking a pay cut. Patrick Mahomes, Kelce, and all other players that are part of that team that are going to be there next year, not those that are on a one-year deal, he's not going to have a problem doing that because he's going to make up for whatever he doesn't get off the field because he has so much going on. Trust me, he good. Trust me, good. He's dating a billionaire.
But he ain't married to Taylor yet. He might as well go and propose then if he want that type.
I think,
I'd have done tied up.
he can do that. So he's not one that's hurting for it, so he'll be fine.
So does he accept a reduced role and chase one more ring, or does he walk away and fully embrace life outside the NFL? Kelce has some big decisions ahead. Surely you'll not forget that Travis's Super Bowl meltdown is still making waves, but this time it's not just about his underwhelming performance, it's about his attitude. Footage from the game shows Kelce getting into it with Eagles' Jordan Davis after taking a hard hit, pushing back in frustration. While it didn't escalate into anything serious, fans aren't happy that Kelce seemingly avoided any penalties, especially when players like Milton Williams and Jalix Hunt weren't as lucky. Many believe the NFL turns a blind eye to Kelce's behavior, with fans calling out the league for letting him slide when others get flagged. One fan put it bluntly, Travis Kelce is the only player allowed to repeatedly taunt others, never gets a flag. Another speculated that the Eagles were coached not to take the bait, recognizing his tendency to get under opponents' skin. But here's where things get interesting. This all happened during what could be Kelce's last NFL game. With his performance declining and Kansas City pushing him toward a lesser role, the Super Bowl loss may have been the final straw. The Chiefs aren't just expecting Kelce to come back, they're expecting him to transition into a mentor rather than Mahomes' go-to weapon. The message is clear: if Kelce returns, it won't be as the star. In early March, Kelce must choose between stepping into a supporting role or walking away entirely. After the Super Bowl frustration, the question remains, does he still have the fire to accept change, or was that heated moment on the field a sign that his competitive edge is fading? That's what most people are expecting, but not everyone thinks Kelce should walk away just yet. Stephen A. Smith, known for his loud opinions, believes Kelce should give it one more shot, saying, "You don't want to go out like that." And sure, there's some logic there. Kelce is a three-time champion, one of the greatest tight ends ever, and a player of his caliber deserves a better send-off. But let's be honest, is Stephen A. really the guy to trust on NFL analysis?
If Kelce chooses to retire, the Chiefs wants to know of his decision around March 14th. Chiefs are going to give Kelce a month to decide his future. Is this deadline normal?
They want to know what he's going to do rather sooner than later. Oh, they would have given someone, especially like Kelce, based on what he's done over an extended period of time, they would have given him a little bit more grace. Okay.
I've got to make a decision based on his football team. I can't let this thing drag out. We're going to take a quarterback. Same thing happened with Aaron Rodgers. Right. Dragging it out. They said, don't worry about it.
Honestly, to me, it's a little soon for someone regarded as one of the best to ever play the position.
But they moved on from Tom Brady. You done played this game too long, or you do not know how it works. The team will always do what is in the best interest of the team. I'm just saying, understand the business, how it works. This is why I implore the players, do what's in the best interest of you.
The real issue is whether Kelce wants it. Last season, he admitted that the NFL grind drove him crazy. If he already struggled with the day-to-day routine, does he really want to put himself through another training camp, another 17-game season, and another brutal playoff run? A farewell tour sounds great in theory, but if his heart isn't in it, it could turn into an even uglier ending. Kelce's decision is bigger than just one more season. It's about how he wants his legacy to be remembered. If he comes back, he risks another lackluster year that could tarnish his reputation as one of the best ever to do it. But if he walks away now, the last image we'll have of him is a Super Bowl loss where frustrations boiled over. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.